Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and today I'm going to be filming my September TBR. So I have a lot of books that I have hauled recently. I got gifted a ton of books for my birthday, which I am so grateful for, and I'm just really excited to get to all of them. So let's get right into the video. If you don't know, I always do 3 monthly challenges that I try to incorporate into my TBR. The first one being that I do a reread every month. Whatever reread I want, whatever I'm in the mood for, I just want to reread a book, one of my favorites. And I've been really wanting to reread this book for the last little while. I think about it all the time, so I'm gonna make it my reread for this month. And that is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I love this book. I read it earlier this year, and then immediately after finishing it, I reread it and I annotated in it, and it was such a fun time. So I'm just really excited to reread it again. And yeah, this is gonna be my monthly reread for the month. And then I always try to read one of my book of the month picks for the month. This month I actually picked my monthly pick and then I did 2 add-ons, but I'm really excited for like my monthly pick. So that's the one I'm gonna put here on this TBR. And that is The Love Hypothesis by Allie something. I'll pop the picture up here. Apparently it's like a Kylo Ren Rey retelling romance, and I love Star Wars. I love the newest trilogy, the sequel trilogy, I think is what it's classified as, with Kylo Ren and Rey. I love it. And this seems like, from the synopsis, like it's gonna be kind of a grumpy sunshine situation, perhaps, or at least the male love interest is gonna be grumpy, which I usually like. So I'm really excited to get to this one. And yeah, that's gonna be my book of the month pick for this month. And then the last challenge that I do every month is I draw from a deck of playing cards, and then I have a prompt for every card in the deck. Depending on what I draw will decide the book. So let's shuffle these up, get rid of the Joker. And I want to try to do a prompt that I haven't gotten yet, because obviously there's 52 possible prompts and I've only been doing this since the beginning of the year. So if I get a prompt that I have already gotten before, I'll just probably redraw. So let's spread them all out and pick our lucky card. I think I'm gonna go this side this time, all the way over here. What's this card? Ace of Clubs. I don't think that I've drawn this before. Dang, all right, well. So the Ace of Clubs prompt is a book that's over 400 pages. So, okay, that's fine. I definitely know what I'm going to pick for this one because I really want to get to it. That's Kill Switch by Penelope Douglas. This is the 3rd book in the Devil's Night series, and I know for a fact it's over 400 pages. I'm seeing 650 something, 661. So it's well over 400 pages, but I really just want to continue on with this series, and obviously it fits a prompt. So I will definitely be getting to this one in September. So those are the challenges that I try to fill. But now let's just pick some other random books that I want to read this month. Now, I do start school this month. I start on the 1st. So I have had all summer off, so I've had a lot more free time to read. But now that school is starting, I will have less free time, obviously. But I still think that I can read a good amount of books. And there's just so many that I'm like really excited for. So I should start with, right off the bat, starting on September 1st, is the Thrill Till the Weekend Readathon, which is hosted by Jacqueline from Jacqueline Wheeler, I think is her channel. I'm actually not, now that I'm saying it, I'm not sure what her channel name is. Is it just Jacqueline? I'm not sure. I'll put it on the screen. But also by my great friend Ashley from Ashley's Little Library. You know that I talk about her all the time. So she's hosting it, so I'm really excited to participate. And then also Jordan from Sorry Booked Solid. So I'll leave all of their channels linked below and their announcement videos. Hopefully this video will be up before the 1st, because it's only a 3-day, 72-hour readathon. So it's from the 1st to the 3rd, and it's basically just reading thrillers. So if you're seeing this before the 1st, you should definitely participate. But yeah, the books that I want to read for that are Infinite by Brian Freeman. This is the group buddy read. Why did I say it like that? This is the group buddy read, and I was very kindly gifted this from Ashley, from Ashley's Little Library. And I literally put this on my wish list because I knew that it was the group pick for this readathon, and I'm so happy that she got it for me so I could follow along. I think the only like prompt for this readathon is to read a book that's got green on the cover, so this fits it. So if this is all I read for that readathon, then cool. But I think this has to deal with like alternate realities and like multiple dimensions, perhaps. Sounds really interesting, so I'm definitely excited to get to this one. And then also gifted from Ashley, I want to read Layla by Colleen Hoover. This is Colleen Hoover's other thriller novel. I read Verity earlier this year and I really liked it. And Ashley said this one is wild. So I'm definitely excited to get to this one. And since it's a thriller readathon, I figured why not. Also, I have the audiobooks for both of these, so that should really help since I'll obviously, the first day of school is the first day of this readathon. So I think having the audiobooks will be really helpful. If I manage to get to both of those, then I will probably try to get to A House at the Bottom of a Lake by Josh Malerman. This is a less than 200-page horror novella, and I heard it's really weird, and I'm just super curious about it. So if I can get to those other two, then I'll pick this one up as well. I just have so many books that I want to get to. So the next book that I want to try to get to in September is Ace of Spades by Farida, Abhike, Ayamedi. This was very kindly gifted to me from Naomi, from Naomi's library. I'll leave her channel link below. I've just heard amazing things about this book, and I've heard it compared to Gossip Girl meets Get Out, and that sounds incredible. And I heard that it just has like a bunch of twists and turns, and like you can't trust anybody, and I love books like that. So I'm really excited to get to this one. So thank you to Naomi for gifting this to me. I'm so excited to read this one. She says that it was one of her favorite books that she's read this year, so I'm super hyped to get to this one. I also finally want to try to get to Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. My mom got me this book for my birthday. It's super, super gorgeous, but the fun thing about this is it has like, first of all, it has super pretty floral illustrations throughout it, but it also has an interactive piece. So like you turn to this certain page and it's like the dance steps to the 1808 reel, which is like a dance, like a choreographed dance. And then like this page has like a letter or a map or something in it. So it's like Miss Elizabeth Bennet. I mean, how cool is that? I'm just so stoked to read this with like all the little extra bits. And this is another one that I feel like I'll probably listen to the audiobook because I'm not a super big classics reader. I just find like the classic language to be difficult. Like I don't know. I think if I'm like listening to it and following along, I'll be able to understand it better, especially since I know the story really well because I love the movie, the 2005 version with Keira Knightley. So I'm really excited to finally get to this one, and I'm so happy to have this awesome copy. So thanks, Mom. I got so spoiled for my birthday last month, like you have no idea. Okay, the next book that I want to get to is Migrations by Charlotte Mcconaughey. This was, again, very kindly gifted to me by Ashley from Ashley's Little Library. We buddy read her most recent novel, Once There Were Wolves, because it was a Book of the Month pick. And I loved that book. I thought it was super fascinating and really, really fun to read. Just like super interesting. And Ashley said that this is like one of her favorite books of the year, and she likes this one even better than Once There Were Wolves. So I added it to my wish list because we have very similar reading tastes and I really wanted to get to this one, and she got it for my birthday. So I'm really excited to get to this one. It's pretty short, like 250-ish pages. Yeah, but I'm just so excited to get to this one. It sounds awesome and it's so pretty. Like, I love it. I don't know if you can hear that noise, but Brandon's mowing the lawn. Okay, and then the last book that I'm going to officially put on this TBR is The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. This book, okay, the cover is incredible, but then look at it naked. It's so pretty. This is probably the prettiest naked book cover that I own. I love this. Like I could just set it on my shelf like this. It's so pretty. Anyways, I was supposed to read this last month because it was Jody from Vanilla Moon's Patreon book club pick, and I just didn't get to it, but I really, really want to read it, and I can still go back on Patreon and like watch her reading vlog of it and stuff, but I really want to get to this, and it has like some fall vibes. Like you can see the autumn leaves and stuff, witches, like I'm just so excited to get to this. I also have just like a stack of books that I want to try to get to, but I don't want to put on my official TBR because I tend to feel like a failure if I don't get to all of the books that I say I want to get to. So I do have a stack of other books that I hope to get to, but I'm just not going to officially say that. Let me know in the comments down below what books you plan to read in September, if you're going to participate in the Thrill Till the Weekend readathon, and if you've read any of these books, like let me know what your thoughts are. Non-spoilers, obviously, because I haven't read them yet, but let me know if you've read them and what your thoughts are and if you think I'm going to like them. And if you like this video, you can let me know by liking and subscribing down below. It really helps out my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!